I want to say something. A prize, motherfucker.
Leave me alone. Don't always give me your phone. Going out.
What's going on, everybody? It's that ordinary podcaster with the extraordinary thoughts that tells you to stop being great and be extraordinary. I'm Demetrius Thickpan, also known as Meech Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Crazy. So, with today, man, I know it's been a minute since our podcast. I apologize. We already done talked about that, but my first guest since being back after the break, man, and this is a good friend of mine. I done talked to this man. I done asked this man questions, especially since becoming a recruiter. And I really want y'all, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Jolio?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Jolio Parhm.
Parhm.
All right, Parhm.
You smoke with me, Meech.
Hey, but y'all know who it is, all right? Peezy in the building.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right,
there we go. Yeah, that's the one.
Give it up for Staff Sergeant Parhm. What's going on, bro?
Nothing. I'm happy to be here. I had to come see you graduate.
Appreciate
I had to make sure you make it out because I'm gonna enjoy what's to come.
Man, I'm not even about to lie. The whole idea of this is still so foreign to me. You know what I mean? Just because I'm going to keep it a buck with you, bro. A lot of people will sit back and they'll say, oh, well, I want to be just like my drill instructor. And I remember being in boot camp, you feel me? And people will wear their watches backwards and shit like that.
I was one of
I
those.
was just sitting, you did that?
Yeah, I was one of those.
Bro, I did not do that. I did not do that.
I was one of those.
And I just, because I just didn't understand it. You know what I mean? I just didn't understand why he wearing his watch backwards. Plus, I bought the big bulky G-Web. You in the G-Shock. So, my wrist wasn't bending the way that it was supposed to.
Yep.
But I always wanted to be a recruiter. I ain't even about to lie. And I know a lot of people will say that, but I've always wanted to be a recruiter. And the reason why is because I felt like what my recruiter had did for me was just so amazing that I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Now, granted, throughout my entire journey throughout the military, it just solidified exactly what I wanted to be. But no matter what the situation was, I would never be able to become a recruiter because of tattoos, And then I remember I had a sergeant major. Everybody else recommended me for DI. They was like, oh, Thickpen to be a good drill instructor. Yep, send him to Paris Island. Send him to MCRD. Everybody was like, yes. And the sergeant major, he was the one that was like, no, Thickpen to be a good recruiter. So I had to go see him. You know what I mean? I had to go in there and see him and just be like, yo, hey, why would you put recruiter instead of a drill instructor? And he was like, to be honest with you, I can see why everybody would want you to be a drill instructor, but I don't want you to go down there and get in trouble. I could honestly see you as one of those type of people that would get in trouble for putting a recruit in the dryer. And mind you, this Sergeant Thickpan talking. This Sergeant Thickpan. Okay. You feel me? This okay. Year one Sergeant Thickpan.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, of course, Sergeant Major. How else am I supposed to dry him after I washed him? And he looked at me and was like this, get out of my office. And I was like this, copy all. Thank you, Sergeant Major.
He saved you.
Day.
He saved you.
He saved my military career. But it's still an unreal feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really, man, enough about me, man. Tell people about yourself, bro.
Okay. So I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I felt like I said that plenty of times this week with all the other extracurricular activities, but I was born and raised there. I joined the Marine Corps in 2011, Valentine's Day. I had no interest in the military after graduating high school. I was the furthest thing from militant. And even to this day, I'm still I'm just here. Right. You and I both share one thing. We ain't supposed to be here. Right. We weren't supposed to make it this far. And look at us now.
You see what I'm saying? And ain't that's a crazy thing when you really look back on your entire career.
Yeah.
You feel me? Every obstacle that you encountered, that you overcame, every trial, every tribulation, when the cards weren't dealt, in your favor, somehow you're here. You know what I mean? And not only are you here, you're here in a position where you're now able to change lives. You feel me? And I think that in itself is just such this crazy position because it's just bro, I wasn't even supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
Wait till you do it. That feeling you get, and you're not going to feel it till they come back. So you still got a contract, go through all the stuff they talk to you about in BRC, right? I don't want to give away too much. You got to send them to boot camp. You're going to write them but when they come back as Marines, that's when you're gonna feel it. When their life has changed, that's when you'll feel it. So I mean, that was one of the things that my recruiter did for me. But I had to go through a lot of shit before I joined the Marine Corps.
Right.
Like, can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
okay.
Like shit.
Okay,
Man, I
okay.
curse all the
Hey,
time.
just checking. But I had to go through a lot of shit before I was like, I need something. And everybody ain't ready to go right out of high school.
Right.
Everybody's not ready to go a year or two after high school. I was 22 when I joined. I joined late. We just disclosed our ages right before we got on here, but yeah, you already see. Like, so like I was at a point in my life where I needed the intangible things that the Marine Corps provides. Like you can't buy me.
Yeah.
You can't buy me. Like I have to go through shit in order to become who I was, right? I had to go through bad leadership. I had to go through good leadership. I had to go through shitty times. I had to go through easy times because that allowed me to balance and figure out what works best for my leadership style and what I could use and press on in day-to-day events at work. So the main thing is like me coming up in Florida, I didn't have my own stuff and I wanted my own stuff. I wasn't poor.
Right.
All right. I was not educated, if that makes sense. Like I was smart. I attempted college my first year. Then I dropped out, went to community college. And after that, I just worked. I was like, I'm gonna just get a job and work.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, that don't get you far.
100%. Yeah.
It can get you a certain lifestyle, but it's not gonna get you the lifestyle you want. So, and back then, minimum wage was like $8.40.
I know what you're talking about because mine was $7.50.
Bro,
Yeah.
I worked at McDonald's, $6.45. Before I left the boot camp, I was making like $10.50 at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
And I thought I was the man. I was
Yeah.
getting $500 checks.
And you know what's so crazy is that there's so many people, bro, that will sit back and say like, I'm okay with that. And there's no shade to them, but just like what you had said, bro, like, and I think this is something that always stands out to me and it's something that just resonates with me, you feel me, is that you can receive the right thing, but if it's at the wrong time, you know what I mean? Like if it's at the wrong time in your life, in the wrong time in space, in the wrong time just in the current situation, it is useless.
Preach.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, dog, like, yeah, I'm telling you, like, hey, bro, like, this is a great opportunity. You should do this, but I'm not even in the space for that yet.
Not even
I
here.
gotta go through these things first in order to appreciate exactly what you're saying.
You gotta
feel
fail.
me?
You gotta
And
fail.
I feel like a lot, you gotta fail.
Mhm.
You gotta fail. And I feel like that be it right there. Like, you ain't failed yet. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, you ain't failed yet to see exactly what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You ain't failed yet. So until you fail and realize, like, hey, what he's talking about is actually gold, just hold on to it. I'll follow up with you.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that, man.
That's what happened to me, dog. I felt hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I came to the recruiting stations desperate. Like,
Yes.
please take me. And this was during the time. This is when we were deploying. Like when we were going to Afghanistan.
100%, yeah.
Everybody who hasn't joined in the last, let's say, 8 years,
Yeah.
like this military shit has been a freebie.
Bro, man, it's a life hack. You feel me? It's a life hack,
I mean,
man.
there's instances all over the globe happening, right?
Yeah.
But ain't nobody really been going in waves
like
and deploying.
back to back, like how it was for us. You
Bro,
know what I mean?
bro.
Like, dog, like I tried to tell somebody that, man. I was like, dog, like, if you really want to see a life hack, join the military. You literally are about to be pulled out of your situation that you currently in.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get paid, guaranteed, the 1st and the 15th. You can go to fucking college if you want to.
Tell 'em.
You could work on a fucking mixtape if you want to.
Keep preaching.
You could fucking drop some shit on SoundCloud.
Goddamn.
You could go ahead and become a content creator, still knowing for the fact that you getting paid on the 1st and the 15th. Pick up a trade.
Pissing me off.
Find yourself.
You pissed me off.
You know, and then this the thing that a lot of people don't get right here is that then you might even get stationed in Southern California,
Listen.
where LA is what, an hour and some change away, San Diego 45 minutes away. Come on,
Meech,
dog.
where you going to recruit out of?
I'm going to Arizona.
You pissing me off because I told your ass to come to Sacramento. See,
Sacramento,
you
yeah.
already got the pitch. You already see the thing is you already believe in what you're putting out, your product, right?
100%.
Because you're a proof source, a living proof source, and that's the difference. Like if you think about it, if you really think about it, like you said, you sign a 4-year contract.
Yeah.
That's 96 consecutive paychecks in a row.
Mm-hmm. You could be a piece of shit. And a lot of people don't get that, dog. Like you can literally
you could
be
be
a
garbage.
piece of shit. And your pay didn't get deducted.
No.
You still got paid the exact same, bro.
Oh,
and
man.
it's like,
Yo,
You
almost.
gonna look me in the face and tell me that like this ain't a life hack, man? And then you come home with more experience, a better work ethic. You feel me? Ahead of your peers in certain aspects in life.
Look at that. Look at that BRC optimism. I love it. I love it. I love it, bro. I'm telling you right now, because as passionate as you are, as many times you're gonna say that in the next 3 years, it's gonna be somebody there that's gonna be like, it's not for me. Nah, I'm good.
It's gonna change to this right here. Man, you know, this is really gonna change your life. You know, I'm really just trying to change your life. Right? Because what you doing right now ain't working.
Hey,
We have fucking Dick's Sporting Goods.
that's gonna be when you want to go home at the end of the month. Like, the sun is coming.
It's the 30th of the month.
It's funny because you sound like me.
You know what I mean?
You sound
I'm
like
sitting
me.
there like this.
Just go take your physical.
Just take the physical. What do you mean, your girlfriend?
Oh man,
What do you mean, man? Like you gon'
bro, you funny as
you
hell.
gonna fucking leave her?
Oh shit.
God damn. What you mean your mama, dog? You 30, you 27.
Come
Come on.
I got one of those over here right now.
Man.
27 years old.
Dog.
They wait, man. This is what's gonna happen, bro. You're gonna get out there, you're gonna go through the growing pains because you gotta learn your area, right? You gotta learn what works. I can tell you right now, a lot of people have questions on how I do shit or whatever. And they'll ask me. In Sacramento, you gotta be aggressive.
Right.
They put me there, and everywhere I go, I have to adjust to my surroundings.
Right.
But don't get it twisted. As soon as I adjust to my surroundings, now everybody got to adjust to me. I've already put out who I am, so people know when they sit down in front of me what they're gonna get. I ask people 2 questions when they come sit in front of me, an applicant. Take this with you. I say, do you want to hear the recruiter shit, or do you want to hear the real shit? That'll change the whole.
Hey,
Listen,
look,
they,
I'm gonna take that.
when you tell them that, when you tell an applicant that, everybody thinks they're a tough guy.
Yeah.
So they say, I want the real shit. All right.
Bet.
Then you give it to them. That is your green light to unload. Like, you want the real shit? Listen, you suck at life right now. All your peers are passing you. You may have been the cool guy in high school, but you're not cool no more. That shit ain't cool no more.
Yeah.
You don't even have a car. You don't even have a license. You're not even working. You're not even in school. Everybody else, they 2 years into college. You 2 years behind. What you really about to get into? And once you start hitting them with that, I'm telling you right now, 2 things are going to happen. Either one, they're going to follow through, and that's always not under their control because they could fail the ASVAB. They could get a whole bunch of medical shit. They get disqualified. Things can happen. They have a police record, right? Or either those things happen, they're going to follow through, or they're going to say they still don't want to do it. But when they leave that office, they going to know how the world is looking at them.
You know, it's so crazy when you say that. I remember sitting on like RA a while back, and this kid came in, and like, you know, I obviously, like, ignorance is bliss. I just didn't know what they're talking about or what the context of it really is, you know, because I just don't know yet.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the kid, and he's telling me his dreams and aspirations, and his mom's sitting there and shit like that. And one of his goals was to make sure that he take a shower every day this week. And I'm sitting back, bro, and just like that, my face, I'm like this. That's a goal. That's like a shower every week. I was like, damn, like maybe the water ain't running. And the mom was like, yeah, because he's so lazy. And I'm like, then he asked, like, what do you want to be? And he said, I want to be a aircraft engineer. I said, you can't even take a fucking shower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he go in there, he take the APT, he take the test, practice test, and come back with a 17. I said, hey, I'm gonna just go smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette because whatever we talking about, everything else is just rainbows and butterflies at this point.
I'm gonna talk to you offline about them 17s though. I'm gonna talk to you offline about that. Cause you get 17. Hey, what's his number, man? Let me talk to him.
You said, oh, he good.
Let me talk to him, man.
Green.
Let me
He's
talk to
still
him.
green.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? You get kids that score 17 or they don't pass and they really want to join the military. That's your opportunity to pass them off to the other branches. And I don't mean pass them off negatively, but I mean help that individual. Because the Navy's taking 10s. The Army's taking 16s. They have a 16 Bravo program or some shit like that. But 16s to 30, they'll take them. So you can pass in them. If you give 3 referrals to the Navy, that's a NAM. And if you give 2 or whatever, the Army will give you an ARCOM. So yeah, so don't throw them away. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy is, and that's so reassuring for me to hear you say that.
Mhm.
I remember we were in class in a scenario, something very similar came up like that. And I was like, although we're recruiters for the Marine Corps, I completely understand, but at the exact same time, we're giving these kids an opportunity to change their lives. So they may not be a fit for the Marine Corps, but who's to say that they may actually be a fit for the other branch? So I wouldn't turn them away. I would actually probably send them to another branch. You know, and everybody looked at me like, what? And I'm like, why not? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell them to go back to McDonald's. You feel me? Like when somebody else would actually take him, change his life. I said the military is a life hack, guys.
There you go. Okay, you hit the word. You killed 2 birds with 1 stone. So 1, you change your life. 2, you send them to another branch. When they meet their objectives, they're less hungry. I'm gonna tell you right now, hands down. I'm gonna look into the camera. I know you're gonna use it. It's blurry, whatever. But this came out of my mouth. There is no branch better at recruiting than the Marine Corps. Period. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't give a shit how many commercials they have or how many bonuses they have, because the Marine Corps is the only fucking branch that sells shit that you cannot buy. Now, let me tell you what that means, or in the terms of me speaks, let me rephrase that. Okay, so we give them pride, courage, intestinal fortitude, discipline. That's all shit you can't buy. Guess what things you need to run a Fortune 500 company? Everything I just fucking said. Leadership too, yes. I should put that in there. All of that shit, you need that. You need that. And the only place you're going to get it is in the Marine Corps. Why? Because the Marine Corps puts everybody in fucking situations where you have to grow the fuck up. You have to grow the fuck up. Listen, I'm going to tell you straight up. I've never been a problem child or attitude person, but I know when lines get crossed. So when I came into the Marine Corps, I had a very hard time.
Yes.
I had a very hard time, and I know. Look, the PTSD kicking in there.
I tell, man, when you say that, bro, like people, because I tell people, man, like I'm a shitbag that survived the transition to become a top tier performer, and a lot of people don't understand exactly what I mean when I say that, because they're like, oh, well, meet you probably, were falling out of runs. I was like, I ain't fall out of shit. You know what I mean? My uniform didn't look bad, but my face, my attitude,
can't hide it.
I could never hide it, man. Like, it just, the inoculation of another grown man telling me what to do. And then on top of that, you add in somebody that is like, dog, like, if this was a real life situation, like me and you was trapped in like a hole together, I'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll really like drag you, man. Like, why would you say that to me?
Yeah.
And it's like, but you want me to listen. And it was just, that used to be like my Achilles heel. As a PFC, that's why I was on the Force Preservation Program, because they didn't know what they was going to get into. And you weren't, and I didn't listen. Yeah. I didn't listen.
So mine was a little different, because like I said, my bearing was solid. Yeah. So people knew my real personality. Right. So when I turned it on, they're like, oh, he got attitude. I'm like, I don't have attitude. I'm being professional. Yeah. Sergeant. Corporal. It ain't Sarnt. It's Sergeant. Sergeant. I don't like you. Hey, what's up, Sarnt? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Parm? Hey, good afternoon, Sergeant.
Hey, and I love that, bro. Because one thing, man, they brought it up while we was in class. Like, bro, like, and I've always been like this. I'm not a kiss ass. You feel me? I ain't about to laugh at no joke that ain't funny. I ain't about to smile at something that ain't meant to be smiled at. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers, like, you see it all the time when somebody be in the military and they be like, wow, Sergeant Major, you're so funny. And I'm like this, what joke did he make? What's funny? You know what I mean? And my face be straight. Like, dog, like, it's not like, I'm not about to kiss your ass. You know what I mean? Like, take it however you feel, but you will at least appreciate the fact that I'm being honest.
Yes. And once again, that's another trait that you can't buy. So bringing it back to the whole point, man, like, that's what makes the Marine Corps different. Everybody always wants to know what's the difference between the branches. That's what it is, man. The Air Force, go to Air Force if you want to be comfortable. Right. Go to the Navy if you want to travel. Go to the Army if you want a bonus. But if you want some shit that you can't buy, that you can use, join the Marine Corps. That's one. The next one, right? If you're smart, join the Air Force. If you can swim, join the Navy. Right? If you're strong, join the Army. But if you're all three, come on down. You go. Hey, you already, come on. Hey, if you all three, you know what I mean? You're going to deal with all that crayon eater bullshit and all that fucking Marines are dumb. And listen, there's a lot of Marines that are dumb. Yeah, 100%. But you're still going to get fucked up. You're still gonna get fucked up.
You know, and then like, and that's another thing, bro. I don't know where the hell that
That's old shit.
Crayon eater shit. I don't know why that word had me in a headlock. You feel me? And then like people be like sitting back talking about like Marines are dumb, and then they'll say, "Oh, well, grunts are dumb," and I'm like, this, bro. Every grunt that I've met is a borderline genius.
No, we get some. I put some smart ones in.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and somebody told me that it was like it'd be the smart ones that come in and they say like, "Hey, I want to be 03."
Yep.
And I'm like, this, sir.
You
like,
you get mad, be like, please, bro, pick something else. I got all these other
I
jobs.
got this cyber right here.
Yeah, please, bro. I'm not joining the Marine Corps to sit behind a desk. God damn it.
You got it.
Shout out to Martin Rodriguez. He know who he is, but yeah.
You know what I mean?
That dude scored a 60, qualified for a bunch of shit. Line score is high. I want to shoot shit, bro. Yep. But you're gonna experience that. And the thing about the jobs is you only have a certain amount of jobs available to you a month.
Right.
So a quarter, actually, they move some shit around, whatever. Right. I'm not gonna get too deep in it. So you may have one infantry job. Kid will come in, he'll say, "I want infantry." Cool. You give it to him. Another kid comes in, he's like, "I want infantry," but bro, I don't got that. So you got to pick something else, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Or this is something that's happened to me. You'll have a kid come in and score super low, or super high, and he qualifies for all of this, but he wants motor T, right? And motor T, nothing against them, but the scores don't have to be that high to get that job. But it's like, bro, pick something else. No, I just want to be a mechanic. Like, and you can't knock them because they're using the military to get what they want. So they're actually fucking smart. But then you got people that come in and they only qualify for. I had a kid.
You a fueler,
bro? No, bro. Worse than that. Listen, I'm a reenact it. Listen, man. So you passed the test. I'm proud of you. Oh yeah. But you only qualify for open contract. you're gonna have to roll the dice. And the thing about open contract, don't worry about it because they can't force you to go grounds or infantry, right? Yeah. So, but they go off your line scores and you're going open contract. One of my best poolies ever. He went open contract. He took the ASVAB twice, failed it twice, took it one more time, passed it. I loved it. I love this dude. This dude's loyal, solid. Shout out Andres. But he went open contract and he wanted motor T. He didn't qualify for it straight up, but they made him a chef. They made him a chef. Funny story. He came back on RA, face all burnt up. I was like, bro, what happened? He's like, I dropped the oil, I dropped frozen meat in the oil and it exploded. I was like, yeah, you a Bravo. Yeah, you. He's my dog, though. That's my dog, man. But
it's like,
hey, he loyal. He put his brother in the Marine Corps. He brought his brother to me. He put his girlfriend in the Marine Corps. They graduated on the same day. They left together. They came back together. He put his friend in. He put three other of his friends in. So dude's a bone roller. He probably gonna be a recruiter. Dog, he's money. He has the charisma. He don't be mathing. His math don't be mathing, and that was smoking him on the test. But these are things that you're gonna go through when you get the commitment. Yeah. Now you're gonna have to navigate and try to find them what they want, or sometimes you're gonna have to talk to him and be like, listen, man, I know you want this, but that shit really ain't for you. When you get a weak kid that comes in there, or somebody that's mentally weak, and they're like, they're not as mentally strong, they're like, I want to be recon. Like, yeah, these scores say you qualify for recon, but
you got to do what's best for them.
You want to hear the real shit? You want the recruiter shit? That's where you hit him with that. I want the real shit, bro. You're not gonna make it in recon, bro. You can't swim. Mm-hmm. You can't fight. You ain't never lifted a weight. You don't run. You don't hike.
It ain't in you. There are other jobs. You see what I'm saying?
Admin.
you are gonna excel there, bro. But it ain't in you. You know.
Admin. Yeah.
My thing is that I feel like I'll be good at being able to articulate, to be able to put people in the best positions possible so that way they can be successful. But my thing is going to be that one that he scored low. He scored low and looked me dead in the face with it, asking for something that's high up there. You scored a damn 31. You scored a 31. Look me in my face and say, I want cyber.
Hey, take your physical and we'll talk about it after. I fixed your problem. Take your physical, and we'll talk about it after. After they take their physical, then that's when you can break all that shit down. I'll talk to you about that offline too. But yeah, you're gonna get that too. You're gonna get that. Like, I want this. Like, I had a dude, he discharged because he couldn't get cyber or intel. Yeah. And you don't qualify, bro. Well, can I retake the ASVAB? Yeah. But if you get a lower score, you're fucked. Now you're stuck with that, or you're gonna keep retaking it. No problem. He discharged. He didn't want to join the military because he felt like we didn't give him what he wanted, and no branch could give him what he wanted because he didn't qualify. You're going to deal with that. The entitlement of the youth, you're going to deal with that. Oh, get ready for that. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, get that shit out your system now. Because if I can't count on how many times on one hand that I've had to hold my tongue against parents,
Yeah.
teachers, girlfriends. I had a girlfriend come in and question me because her boyfriend joined the Marine Corps and she's 17. I'm like, listen here, you don't know shit about fuck. Why the hell you questioning me? And like, what have you done in life? I'm telling you, you're gonna get kids hanging up on you, cursing you out. Meech, I'm telling you, don't be on the news, man.
Yo.
Cause then I can't claim you.
Hey, and I completely understand that. I completely understand it. And I'll tell you, one time I was on the phone with a kid, and I'm over there. It's my first day. It's my first day. I'm excited, but I don't know the stuff like I'm supposed to just yet. You know what I mean? Because I'm just on RA.
Yep.
So I'm just going through it, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Staff Sergeant Thigpen, X, Y, and Z. I'm Staff Sergeant Thigpen. I'm X, Y, and Z. I'm kind of I'm kind of stumbling through it. And he says. And he cuts me off and he says, "Can you hurry up because I got shit to do?"
Oh my God.
And I felt something pop in my brain. I felt something pop, and I thought it was a blood vessel that popped because he was like, "Can you hurry?" I was like, "Excuse me," and he said, "Can you hurry up because I got some shit to do?" I'm like,
hold on. And how did that make you feel?
It really made me feel like I wanted to take that phone and just throw it across the room. There's something else that I wanted to say, but we're on air.
Yeah,
so,
don't say that shit. Don't do it.
I just wanted to throw the phone
You about
across
to-
the room. You know what I mean? Because no one had ever said that to me before, And he caught me while I was stuttering because I was nervous.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody cutting you off while you stuttering. And he said it so confidently too. He was like, "Can you hurry up, man? Because I got shit to do." And I was just like,
He could have just hung up on you.
That would have been better. That would have been better.
That would have been better.
He could have kept that to himself. You know what I mean? Like he could have kept that part to himself. And then there was one kid I called. And I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He was like, "This, I'm good. I'm doing better than you." And I'm just like, "How do you know that you're doing better than me?" He's like, "I bought a house." I was like, "Okay, I have a house." I was like, bro, like,
wait. He's a grad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get kids that. All right. I put a video about the 4 questions you ask somebody, right? It's on my IG.
Yeah.
4 questions you ask somebody to see how they're doing in life. And I asked the kid, it's like, well, all right, man, let me just ask you some questions, right? Screen them, cool, qualified. It's like, so do you have a job? Yes. All right, cool. Are you in college? Yes. All right. Do you have a license? Yes. All right. Do you have a car? Yes. I was like, well, damn, you're doing hella good. Hey, if you ever need something from me, let me know. If you need a recommendation or anything, just need community service hours. Like, I can't. Hey, you're doing good. There are people out there that don't need the fucking military.
And that was the mindset that I had to get over right there. I'm thinking that I'm giving somebody like a pot of gold.
No.
Hey, man, I'm about to change your life.
Meech, they're rich kids. They got trust funds. They don't need you. They're better than you. They doing better than you. You get that shit out your system now. The problem is that they don't get taught. We don't get taught how to detect that because it's more of a natural thing. Like, because when you ask certain questions, you're like, yo, you drive a Tesla and you're 22? All right. Motherfucker doing better than me. I don't got no Tesla. I got bills, but I don't got no Tesla, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to experience that.
Yeah.
What you got to knock out early is like, you got to learn how to read people, right?
Yeah.
And this is not really a class that you can teach in BRC because it comes with life experience.
Right.
There's a lot of sergeants in your class right now that been in the barracks for the entire enlistment. And when they're gonna get their first apartment, they're gonna have to buy cookware, they're gonna have to buy sheets, they're gonna have to buy fucking utensils to eat, they're gonna have to buy cleaning supplies, all the shit that the Marine Corps took care of for them. They're gonna get exposed to that now, right?
Yeah.
And that is a huge culture shock to a lot of Marines. So when you experience that shit, you're out there worrying about that, and then you're trying to talk to somebody else that's already set. You got to detect that so you can stick and move. Like, bap, nope, it ain't. All right, hey, you good, dog? Like, there it is.
I ain't about to lie to you. I called one person. His dad picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, is Jonathan there?" He said, "Jonathan's in college right now." And I was like, "Oh, what college does he go to?" Just trying to, just build a little bit of rapport. He said, "Yeah, he's on a 4-ride scholarship to UCLA for basketball." I said, "Sir, I apologize for calling you, and I will make sure." I just get you off right now. I apologize.
A+. You passed the test because how we're trained is to be like, well, has he ever thought about Now I'll ask, like, does he like it? Is he enjoying himself? Yeah, he's doing good. All right. Well, hey, if you ever need anything from the Marine Corps, I'm your local point of contact. So just hit me up. Just save my number if you want to, and let me know. DQ successful already. That's what you put in McChris. Because listen, the reality of it is you're not finna pull a kid that's on a basketball team on a full ride scholarship
To UCLA?
Hey, what the fuck you gonna do for me?
What?
Meech, I'm telling you, get that shit out your system now. You gotta know when to like this shit. Nah, bro. I called a kid. He played for football for Nebraska. I was like, man, what's his jersey number? I hope he balls. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch that. Like, you gotta learn that. And some people don't know. They gonna still try to battle disinterest. Like, I just told you, it's on a full ride scholarship to UC. Yeah, bro.
He's a full ride wrestling scholarship. I say, hey, what's your son's name? Type him up. You look at his highlights. I apologize for calling y'all. You know, if he ever needs anything, or if you ever need anything, please do not hesitate. However, you have a great day, and I wish him nothing but success. Ear is fully blown out. In a singlet, arm raised, winner. Why am I here? You know what I mean? Why am I? Let me go smoke a cigarette, get my mind back. You know what I mean? Let me go smoke a cigarette real quick. But I really want to switch gears for a second. I really want to switch gears, man, because something been on my spirit. I just been wanting to ask you, you know, with you being in California, you know, and now in the southern part of California where your target audience is majority at, you know, how does it feel to be an influencer, a military influencer?
Bro, I told you before we got on this shit, I'm not no fucking influencer.
You didn't recognize.
I told you, listen.
He won't tell y'all that, but he just got recognized in the chow hall.
That shit is not my, listen. Hey, my camera stopped recording, so now we all in over here, right? And I can get comfortable. Listen, man. All the shit that I make is shit that's happening to me, right? So you'll see it up there. Ain't shit funny, right? Cool. So when people laugh, I'm like, y'all think this shit's funny that is happening to me? This shit ain't. I'm telling y'all, I literally drop Easter eggs in everything I post.
Right.
Whether it's in the song, whether it's in a quote. If you know me, you know what this nigga mean by what. Use that out. What do you mean by that, right? But I don't really consider myself an influencer because I'm not consistent enough. Now, when I drop or when I hit something, it may boom or it may go because people know that, you know, he's gonna push it to the limit with what he says, and I've gotten hit up about it and stuff like that. But I don't consider myself that because I've never put myself out there. I've been through a lot on this duty, which a lot of things are gonna change. With a divorce, other stuff we're not gonna talk about on air, just with disappointments in relationships, right? And then I'm starting to realize now that a lot of that shit was holding me back from reaching that status. Like, if I wanted to, and I'm not saying it like it's not worth it or it's not cool or nothing like that. But I haven't been able to do that because I'm just giving y'all what the fuck's happening to me every day. And this happens to everybody across the country that's on this duty. And nobody has really stopped to talk about it.
100%.
So I stopped to talk about it. Luckily, I got a good team that can work and I can do my thing. But these little memes and shit that I put out, whatever, I'll do that shit on the toilet. These videos that I edit, I do that shit taking it like it's nothing to me. You know when to pull heartstrings and when to use logic, right? So I don't really feel people recognize me, but I am a Marine. I am a Staff Sergeant of Marines. I'm a regular ass dude. If you see me, you want to say, hey, what's up? You that dude? Yeah, I'm that dude, man. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm a regular ass dude. I'm gonna tell you, can I get a picture? Sure, that's happened to me, which is weird. I can't relate to your level. It's weird. I don't know how you deal with that shit.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, man, I ain't even about to lie to you because you speaking the exact same thing that I've spoken about. You know, I'm a regular person. All I do
you're not,
is
Meech.
just vent and just tell you about what my life is. Just put it out there. You know what I mean? Because I'm a firm believer that I may not be the only one going through this shit. You feel me? So when people come up to me and they're like, yo, like, Meech, man, like, what you said really resonated. I'm like this. I'm glad it did, man, because it really resonated with me when I was talking about it because I was going through it. You feel me? And somebody coming up to me telling me to take a picture with her. I'm like, bro, you want to take a picture with me? Me?
Yes.
I'm some guy.
But you've been consistent.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I just got here, bro. I started that fucking page when we graduated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all that shit is raw. I get rid of a lot of fake profiles. You've been doing this for a long ass time, and the thing about it is, you don't get the luxury of showing ass, shaking ass, putting on a bikini,
Doing dances.
dancing. Like you don't get that. So at least you know your following, and don't nobody turn that into no type of way because men be shaking ass too now on TikTok and all that shit. But your following are people that actually fucking listen to you.
Yeah.
They're not just, oh, let me see where you're eating today, or what you're eating today, or where you're at, or what you're wearing, or you know what I mean? Like you are making people look at life differently. Which is once again something you cannot buy.
Yeah.
So that's the fucking difference. That's why I'm talking about recruiting. All my shit comes from recruiting. When I leave this fucking duty, right? If I leave this fucking duty, I'm only gonna say that. I'm only gonna say that because I keep it real. Like I fear no 8412. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of Mick Rick. Like when it comes to talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna not do this, right?
Right.
But it is an option. But when I leave this, I don't have no more recruiting shit for y'all, man. I'm not messing with nobody. I'm not bullying them or doing anything because I'm done. I did what y'all brought me here for. But while I'm here, Meech, I'm here to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
All right, that's what the Marine Corps made me like this. If anybody wants to know why, this is what I am a product of the Marine Corps. So when I walk into a classroom, when I walk into a school, when I walk into a store, I don't give a fuck about these other branches. I'm trying to sell you the Marine Corps. I'm trying to tell you what the Marine Corps did for me. And if you're tired of living that life, if you're tired of being who you are, tired of being where you're at, then this is what you need to do. How many times have you gone to a store and seen somebody bagging groceries that's 50 years old?
I see that all the time.
How many times have you gone to a gas station and seen somebody ring you up the register that's 45 years old?
Come on, I already know where you're going.
How many times have you seen somebody on a bus stop cracked out, rocking back and forth because they on drugs and they couldn't break the gateway drugs of marijuana, which is basic, right? They couldn't break that. How many times have you seen that shit?
I've seen it all the time.
So what the fuck do you think y'all about to get into when y'all hit the streets for real, for real? That's the shit I'm talking about. So cool. I may be a temporary influencer, right? Because I'm definitely getting all the fucking backlash and other shit and getting reported and all that stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling y'all what's in y'all face in the city. But I don't consider myself to be an influencer because I have not been consistent enough or doing this shit enough. Look at your fucking setup. This is a mobile setup. I know they can't see it, right?
Yeah.
But the man's got everything, and he got a damn sound engineer. You know how much research you had to do this?
Yeah.
You know how much time you had? This is a second fucking job. And as easy as the Marine Corps is for you now, this is your primary fucking job where you want it to be, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not there yet. I used to stream on YouTube. I had a YouTube channel and I used to play video games and stuff, but that died because of recruiting duty. I had to fold into my craft and I had to find out what made this shit easier for me. And the easiest thing for me is when I make a post, put something out, and I tell a kid to follow me, and they see it over and over and over again, and it lets them know. And this is why I tell recruiters to post, right, on your story or whatever. It lets them know that I'm available. Yeah. This dude is always online. This dude is always paying attention to his message. This is the longest I've gone without looking at my phone in a long time, right? Yeah. But it gives them access. And that's one of the good things, the pros, but there are cons to social media too with too much access. But that's in like the relationship segment one day when we make it that far. But I don't consider myself to be an influencer. I'm a Marine Corps recruiter that is that has attacked the market on advertising through social media. I'll tell you that much. And I'm not the only one. There are people out there bigger and better than me. But I mean, if I'm being real, their shit might be kind of played out.
I think one of the biggest things that can't be replicated is authenticity.
Yes.
You can't replicate that. You know what I mean? Like people try to copy it, but when you realize that it's fake and you can hear it. To the untrained, it sounds like, wow, man, this shit's deep, man. What he's saying is deep as hell.
Yes.
But to the person that knows, you gonna be like, bro, that ain't real. You know what I mean? That ain't real.
Fuck out my face.
And when I see it online, and I think the reason why like your content really resonates with me is because I know for a fact that that's real. What he just said right there, you know what I mean? Like I forgot. It was one post that you said. It was like, I got to get my mom's permission, and you were like this, but you're 25.
Yeah.
I'm like, he ain't lying.
Wait till you get yours.
You feel me? Like he ain't lying.
Wait till that happens to you, me.
You know. But what I also appreciate is the fact that you don't let it get to your head. I can't tell you how many times I encounter somebody, and when I walk away, I smile and stuff like that. I'm all like, yeah, wow, man. And then I'm like this, hey, Meech, calm the fuck down. You on a military installation. Of course you gonna get recognized. That's where your target audience is at.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you getting recognized because you in a chow hall?
Mm-hmm.
You think you a celebrity? You think you a celebrity because you got recognized at a PX? Try it at Target.
You're a military celebrity.
You feel me? Like you a military influencer,
Hey,
bro.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah.
Because this is your niche.
Yeah.
But don't let this shit cloud your judgment. Don't let this shit make your head big.
Hold on now. Let me give you credit where credit's due, because I know for sure that your content has affected people outside of the military, because you may be in uniform when you talk about something, but you talking about real life shit.
Yeah.
And real people in the real world don't know how to deal with real life shit.
That's true.
Like depression, anxiety. Everybody loves to talk about mental health right now, right? They love to tell you about their problems, but nobody's really giving them solutions on how to deal with it. Hey, if you're depressed, you don't need to be in dark places, like physically dark places.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be outside in the sunlight. Step
100%.
one. But don't nobody say that shit.
Yeah.
Speak to a therapist. Do this, do that. Go outside. Be active. You know when you're not depressed, when you're tired from physically exerting yourself and staying active and things like that. But nobody's telling them that. They just say, hey, these are things that you can look into. Get the fuck up and go outside.
100%.
Stop sleeping in. When you sleep in till fucking 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever, you can probably go, motherfuckers on the East Coast been up 6 hours already. You 6 hours of life behind.
That's true.
Yeah, you're gonna be depressed. Listen, there's plenty of people that stay active, and they still may be going through things, but they're actively trying to battle them. When you're not actively trying to battle those things, that's when it becomes a problem.
100%.
So everything that you're doing, it's not just military related. Like I'll sit there and bro, there's times where you're in the car and I feel like I'm in the car with you, just like, and they the same rank as you. That's why I be commenting like, stop yelling at me. Cause I sat there, but like, they paying this motherfucker the same as me to do less.
Dog, and that came from a space of just observing, like listening to somebody talk about some shit, and you just like, dog, they the same fucking rank as you. like, how the hell you gonna sit back, let this person talk to you like that? Like they the same rank as you, or you letting them get away with that? Like what you? Nah, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
But as we switch gears and come to a close to this episode, what I want to ask, man, especially dealing with, and I'm gonna just say it, bro, because I don't know who need to hear it. You can take it up with God. Don't take this shit up with me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like recruiting duty is the hardest SDA. It is.
It's the hardest job.
You know what I mean? It is the hardest job in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And once again, bro,
Outside of O3s. Sorry.
outside of that, you know what I mean? But that's a different type of stressor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a different type of stressor. And we'll spend all day diving into that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure somebody right now listening like this, well, you're not about to get killed. But you gotta experience it to understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta talk to somebody that's experienced it to understand what I'm talking about. Outside of a combat environment, you know what I mean? We talked about it in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Outside of a combat environment, motherfucker, you stressed out at 2 o'clock in the morning in a Walmart parking lot, crying, ready to give up. I asked you this, and I bring that up, man, because I always wanted, for my essay, how are you dealing with your mental health, and do you have any tips for it?
I'm different.
Yeah.
Mentally, I run from 2 things: depression and karma.
Yeah.
That's me. Mentally, I run from 2 things: that's depression and karma. I'll face anxiety. I'll face other emotions, but I don't give myself enough time to deal with that shit, bro. I'm not gonna touch up too much on the karma shit, but as far as depression being the biggest thing, man, like I don't have the luxury to be depressed.
Yeah.
I got bills I gotta fucking pay. I got bills I gotta fucking pay, and in the civilian world, hey, I'm depressed. I need to take a mental health day. Guess what? You're not getting. You're not getting fucking paid. People take advantage of that in the military. Military, not just the Marine Corps. You know what I mean? Everybody's fucking going through something. But I feel I've said this before I said this before, but a lot of people don't know the difference between depression and disappointment. Like, bro, you're not depressed, bro. You're disappointed. You didn't get what you wanted. You know, you got to deal with that shit. But depression is almost like a chemical imbalance. Like, you always wake up down. Like, I always ain't got no fucking energy.
Yeah.
I always don't want to do anything. And the way that I countered that, because I went through a dark time on recruiting duty, I gained a lot of weight. I blew up to about 240 pounds. You can see it in my face, my neck. You know, nobody really gave a shit. Not gave a shit, but nobody really targeted me because, you know, nobody wants to get in a roast session back and forth with me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my office was successful.
Yeah.
So I had to sacrifice certain things to be successful. Gym time, eating healthy. And it wasn't until I got a little selfish, like, nah, let me get some of that back.
Yeah.
But I blew up, couldn't run, couldn't move. Like, it was bad, dog. So something that I do to deal with depression is I give myself a schedule. And what that means is I wake up at a certain time every day, or I have an alarm that starts at the same time every day. Then I have like a, okay, for real, get the fuck up alarm, right?
Yeah.
So every day at 05, my alarm goes off. I don't got to be to work till 08. So 5 a.m. goes off. The oh shit alarm is at 6:30.
Yeah.
So I know if I'm doing good, I'm going to wake up around 5:30, 5:15. But I know if I'm lagging, I'm going to wake up at 6:30 on that oh shit alarm, right?
Yeah.
And then I start my day. Get in the car, go to work. I'll get there, talk to my guys. I always try to greet my guys when I come in. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Or I come in with a, yeah, let them know, you know. And then I start figuring out what I'm going to do to be successful for that day. Like, what do I need to get done for just today? Not this week, not this month, but just today. What do I need to do to feel accomplished? I got to go to the gym at 2 or 9. I got to get this much paperwork done, I got to clear out all this stuff. You're going to learn about shit when you get there. And that's just work related, right?
Yeah.
But then the thing that I haven't mastered, I'm going to be completely honest with you, is my personal life.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I became so obsessed with this duty that I have sacrificed a lot of things in my personal life. And it's a shitty situation because the more I sacrifice, the more comfortable the individuals that I love are. But I have lost a lot of personal opportunities, a lot of personal real estate in a metaphorical term. And that's shit that I'm not going to get back. When people call me, friends, family, and especially during working hours, it's like, hey, what's up? Is everything okay? I ask, hey, what's up? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just checking on you. Ma, I'm good. Bro, I'm good. Cuz, I'm good. But I'm at work right now. Okay, man, just checking on you. I'm so fortunate enough to have people that still check on me. Because when I came on this fucking duty, a lot of people didn't check on me.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I thought would be here, they're not here no more. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Like, that's going to happen to everybody. Yeah. You're going to find out who's really with you. You in the chat, that's why we made it. Because everybody in that chat is going through the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
But this is a lonely duty. And the only way you're going to be able to defeat or combat depression is you have to stay active and you have to stay locked into your goals. That's it. That's all I can say on that.
And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to head on over to your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, and leave this podcast an honest review because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. Also, don't forget to head on over to TikTok or Instagram and follow me at Meech Speaks. That's right, Meech Speaks. Meech is spelled Meech. Stay motivated, stay healthy. I'm out.